Okay, just to touch on a few safety precautions before we start. Never open the coolant reservoirs when the engine is hot because the system can build up pressure and spray you with hot coolant, which can burn you. Also, adding coolant to a hot hybrid system too quickly can cause damage to the hybrid system, and that's straight from the manual, so only add coolant when the engine is cool. In order to drain all of the coolant out, the car really needs to be level. If you only have the front end lifted, all of the coolant will not drain out of the car. And the only reason I didn't raise the car up on 4 jack stands is because this driveway is sloped and I don't like using jack stands on a slope. I feel a lot better and safer when the jack stands are on level ground. I do not recommend that you raise the car the same way that I did, but if you do, make sure the front wheels are not able to roll anywhere and slide down the ramp like I did here. This right here is the inverter reservoir, and the inverters on the Prius are extremely well made, so you'll probably never have any problems with it. I had a second generation Prius with over 300,000 miles on it and never had any issues with the inverter. Both reservoir caps should be taken off so the fluid can drain better. And this is the reservoir for the engine coolant. You want to take this cap off as well. Alright, so this is how you take the undercarriage off. There's one bolt right here, another bolt, and there'll be a clip right here, but I broke this one clip, so there'll be that one clip in the middle right there, this bolt, and this bolt over here. So there's 4 bolts total that you need to take off, and then there's 10 clips. So I already told you about the clip right here, and then there's 3 clips on the side. You have 1, 2, 3, and then you have 3 in the back. Oh, my camera's messing up. Sorry guys, I got a new phone. I gotta get a new phone. And then you have 3 on the sides. So it's 3 on the sides, 3 in the back, and then this one. Guys, when you pull these things out, try to be really gentle. They're delicate and easy to break. So you just want to use a screwdriver and just gently just pry it up like that. Maybe pull it out with your finger, right? And then just see what I'm doing with the screwdriver, just going back and forth, side to side, just wiggling it free, and now it should come out. See? Just like that. Yep. So 4 bolts and 10 clips. Here are the 2 valves right here. They're called petcock valves. So here they are right here. You can see the inverter tank up there. Here are the radiator fans. This is the radiator in front of the fan, but here's fan number 1. Fan number 2, you can probably see the radiator a little bit better. Transmission is right here. Drain plug, fill plug, and of course the good old oil pan. Okay, so I'll go get a pan so I can drain these. I have an oil pan to catch the liquid in case it spills. So you want something in case it makes a mess. I got my pan in position, so I'll do the bottom one first. I'm turning it counterclockwise to let the coolant out. Oh, it's windy. Yes, it is gonna make a mess, guys, especially if you do it outside and it's windy. It's making such a mess. What I'm gonna do is hold the oil pan up to catch it. Alright, I'm gonna do the top one now. Turn it counterclockwise again. Alright, but you guys get the picture. I'm gonna stop recording now and clean my equipment off because, yeah, it got on the lens of my GoPro. I just took the plugs all the way out because it seemed to be draining better that way. So I'll give this some time to drain all of the way out. Alright, so going underneath of the car, that cone piece right there, that is the center jack point. So that's where I'm going to jack the rear of the car up on, just so you guys know. Alright, so the wheels are off of the ground and I hear it dripping. Check this out. This is the perfect example of why you really should make sure the car is completely level when you're doing this. Just look at how much coolant is coming out now that I've jacked the rear of the car up. I think I'm gonna blow some air through here to help clear it out, and I'll see how that works. Alright, I'm just gonna blow some air through here and see what happens. I should have did this in the garage where the ground is level, but I really wanted some decent lighting for you guys, and the garage has terrible lighting. Now the other one. First I'm going to cover this back up. I'm gonna clean all of this off. Everything has been drained. I cleaned these off, the petcock valves. And it's as tight as it can go. Just put that in there in the top one. They are both as tight as they can possibly get. Now fill both reservoir tanks. The inverter tank should be overfilled because once the car comes on, the coolant level in the inverter tank will drop very quickly. Since I'm outside, I'm just going to put the cap back on so no dirt and debris gets into the coolant. The fill line is right there, and I actually overfilled it a little bit because when we start the car, it's actually going to go down. So you want to overfill it, your inverter reservoir, just a little bit. So now I'll fill this reservoir. This engine coolant reservoir takes a little over a gallon. I think it's 5.2 quarts exactly. You will have to keep filling this tank up periodically because the coolant takes a little while to flow throughout the system. See here, it drained down and now I'm filling it back up again. Okay, so this reservoir right here is taking a while to fill up. It's taking about 10 minutes for the coolant to slowly go down through the system. So I'm finally done this first gallon. So I need to go get the other one. Just put that in there so no dust comes in. It's really windy and cold today, guys, so I don't want any dust getting in there. Okay, guys, so I'm on my new bottle of coolant. I'm on my second bottle. Okay, so I just put this rag over top up here. I didn't put the cap back on. I'm not going to put the cap back on yet. See, the cap isn't on. I'm just putting that over because it's really windy. out here. I don't know if you can hear the wind. I don't want any debris going down in there. It's still full, as you can see, and the funnel is in there. I just put a paper towel so nothing will go in there while I'm putting the car in maintenance mode. Then as soon as I put in the car in maintenance mode, I'm going to come out and this level should go down, so I'm going to refill it. This is the maintenance mode instructions. Make sure the heater and AC is off before putting it into maintenance mode. After completing step 7, the coolant level goes down immediately, as you can see in this clip. So hurry up and put more coolant in the inverter as quickly as possible. And it's in maintenance mode. And when it's in maintenance mode, it'll tell you on the screen, 2-wheel drive maintenance mode, traction control turned off, and all of these other buttons will light up. The traction control light will be on. As soon as we're in maintenance mode, top off the inverter reservoir with more coolant. If you hear a noise, that means the pump is running dry, and that's not good, so hurry up and top it off. Now, look inside the inverter tank to see if the coolant is moving around like it is here. This is exactly what you want it to look like. I hope you guys can see it. If you don't see it swirling around like this, then you may need to let it bleed some more, because there's probably an air pocket, and you'll have to add more coolant to the inverter tank if you do have a big air bubble. Okay, so it's been about almost 20 minutes. The fans have come on. They've come on at least twice. So I'm going to shut the car off, and as you can see, the coolant level. You see that the coolant level did go down a little bit. The inverter did not. So I'm going to shut the car off. And when you shut the car off, it automatically goes out of maintenance mode. So we see it's in maintenance mode. I'm just going to shut the car off. And that's it. The next time I start it, it won't be in maintenance mode. Now that maintenance mode is finished, I can put the caps back on. Now, as far as this reservoir, you can see it went down quite a bit. It's beneath the low mark. So I'm going to have to put some more coolant in this. So you can see it's at the full line. So now what I need to do is drive this around for 10-15 minutes, and then when I come back, I'll recheck the levels again, make sure everything's full, and hopefully that'll be it.